Hello, my name is Navigator. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Dreadnok Buzzer. This is a figure that I've been looking for quite some time now. When it first got announced, I was kind of excited for it. He's one of my favorite old 3 3/4 inch figures, and I wanted to have him in the 6-inch scale. So without further ado, let's get him out of the packaging and make this review as quick as possible. All right. So there is a little bit of damage to the box when it came in Amazon, but that's okay. If you were curious, that's what's going on the back. But let's pop him out of here. And I do have my trusty knife, because these aren't going to be like regular wrestling figures where you can kind of just pull stuff out and it'll be all hunky-dory. It's there's a lot more to it. So there's the figure right there. And we had this kind of like chest of accessories, and I love these things. I really try to use them on my G.I. Joe Classified displays and all that. So let's do this. Let's get the figure out of this little crypt that he's in, or I guess casket is the right word I should be using. Then we can move on to everything else. So my little tactic here, there's these little pegs here. They have the little plastic twisty things. I'm just going to try to make a connection between all of them. Let's see. Without damaging the figure or myself. There's one. That should be good. And let's do... What I mean by connection is just making a line between them. And that way the figure can just come out really easily. And then we can do one big one down here. If I can, I hope, without injuring myself or the figure. And that should be good. Let's find... I'm holding that knife in a very scary position there, folks. I apologize. Probably made a lot of your legs weak. Okay, so we got that part. I'm going to move over here. Let's make sure there's no trash on the ground. And there we go. And there he is, popped out. For some reason, he is a little loose in some areas. That is something that I rarely see with G.I. Joe. What I'm going to do here is just kind of straighten him out a little bit. His limbs are a little off center, off kilter there. We'll switch those around. You can see how that leg is kind of like being weird there a little bit. Huh. Let me see if I can twist that a little bit. All right. Well, I'll leave that how it is right now. Let's get the accessories out, then we can do a full review of all this. I can do all those things later. I love how Hasbro's been doing this, though, with the G.I. Joe Classified series and the Indiana Jones Adventure series with these little bags here. I just love how that is. Keeps all the accessories and everything fresh. But, yeah, gonna rip the top off of that. We will dump all this out. And he comes with quite a lot of accessories. Let's make sure there's nothing else in there. You guys see anything? I don't see anything. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We'll take a look at the accessories first and then move on to the figure. So the first thing he's got here is kind of like this. I don't even know, like a scythe on a chain on a stick. There is a proper name for weapons like this that have the handle down there with the chain and you swing something around. I'm just forgetting what it is. It's not a mace. It's something more, I forget what it is. But you can think of it almost like a ball and chain kind of with a scythe on top. So you'd swing that around and hit some other Joes with it. But there you go. Nice little accessory there. Something that is very cool, very interesting, and I was thinking about actually using this for some of my wrestling figures, is this double-sided buzzsaw baseball bat. This thing is crazy. It's a little bit slender, I will admit. Kind of tiny, I feel like. But then again, in comparison with a lot of my wrestling figures, these G.I. Joe figures are a lot smaller. But yeah, very interesting weapon accessory. So there's that. The next thing we have here is just going to be a pretty simple kind of like K-bar styled knife right there. I'm not even concerned if it zooms in or not. There you go. But yeah, I'm sorry my fingers are so dry, folks. Been using some super glue lately to work on some customs. But there you go. Just a K-bar knife. The next thing that he comes with are going to be his kind of like welder's goggles or sunglasses almost. So there's that. Nothing too crazy going on there. I'll show this off on the figure. Second to last here, penultimate. He does have a firearm, this kind of pistol here. And something I like with the G.I. Joe line is not only do they have this kind of like wrap on there, as you guys can see, but they also have room for you if you want to throw in like a silencer or something. You have that little hole on the end of the barrel. And folks, I do apologize again. I'm sure that's not flattering to see my fingernails fairly long and everything else, but don't worry. I try to take care of myself. Just been a minute, I guess. So there we have it. And this is the last accessory here. Going to be his chainsaw, the buzzer, his namesake. So he has to have a chainsaw. Very cool. Don't have a lot of chainsaws in my weapon collection, so there you go. Nice to have. And then finally here, we can take a look at the figure himself. So starting down here, please don't mind the knees kind of being off kilter or whatever. The boots are cool though. I do gotta admit, these kind of like motorcycle boots. I actually have boots like this. I'm wearing them right now, in fact. They're pretty sweet though. I love these motorcycle boots. And moving up here, I would consider these jeans, and you guys know that I love any figure with jeans, so we got that. He's got these black knee pads on. On either hip, he's got a holster, one for his knife, one for his sidearm pistol. Moving up here, he's kind of got a, I forget, like a chastity belt almost, with this skull and bones kind of Jolly Roger there. Moving around the waist, he does have a studded belt, which looks great. Love how that looks. Moving up the torso here, one of the main reasons I got this figure is because I love that little, oh God, I'm so sorry about my fingernails, folks. Been playing with too many figures. I gotta take care of myself. But he does have that sheriff's badge on there and some dog tags. Love how that looks. I think that's so sweet. And then the arm here, he's got this kind of snake and sword tattoo with some arm hair and like a little leather bracelet there. On the other arm, nothing much going on. Really nothing going on there, I will admit. And then over here on the back, he does kind of just have the sling thing. I don't know, like half a suspender hanging over there. So yeah, there you go, folks. The head sculpt is pretty cool. And let's see what he looks like with the glasses on. Let's find out there. Yeah, he looks all right. I'll probably have him with the glasses off. He looks a little nerdy. But for the most part, it's pretty sweet. I'm assuming that all of these accessories are going to be, you know, fitting in his hands and everything. And the articulation is the exact same as every other G.I. Joe classified figure that we've gotten in the past. So I don't really need to waste any time going through that. But guys, this is my review of the G.I. Joe classified series Cobra Dreadnok Buzzer. As always, folks, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.